Good afternoon, family. I just had a quick message for y'all. And the message is, don't ever underestimate the power of God. Let me give y'all just a quick thing. I was talking to God on the behalf of something, and I can't speak exactly what it does because, spiritual warfare is so heavy. And I got tears in my eyes because I'm like, don't ever underestimate God. When God is telling you to do something, when God is telling you to move, when he is telling you to go to a certain place and you may not know, you're like, God, why do you have me going to this place, God? Like, I have nobody there to support me. I have nobody to walk with me on this journey. I have nobody that's gonna help me or be there with me. God, like, I don't understand. And I know that a lot of y'all are going through this. God is telling you it's time to move or start a new job or go a certain journey. He's telling you to give up on some things, move on from some things, and you questioning God. And it might even be bills. It might even be certain things that you're talking to God about to move on from and to do his will. And you're questioning, like, God, how am I going to do this? I don't have the money. Or God, how am I going to go to this place when I don't know the people there? Or God, how are you going to move me to here when I don't even know how I'm going to get there? Let me tell you, don't ever underestimate the power of God, because God is so real and God is so good. There was a certain thing, and I'm going to tell you my testimony, that I was praying on. I was talking to God, and I've been being very obedient to it. When it's been a long time, when God give me the right time to give his testimony, but I'm going to just give y'all a piece of it. It's been a long time that this certain thing that God's been talking to me to, and I try to make it out to be what I wanted. I prayed on it so much. I kept moving when I wanted to move, and I wasn't listening to God, and it was not working out. And no matter how much, this is how God works, no matter how much you try to put more into it or try to do more or try to figure it out on your own, just know that you will never figure it out on your own, that God makes everything work in his timing. Everything is God's timing, not your timing. So as I'm praying and I'm talking to God, and I've been very obedient on this thing, and I've been listening, and I've been moving in the way that God is asking me to. I was praying, I'm like, God, I'm doing this. Now what? Getting a little worried. I'm like, I know that you give me these words and you move me in a certain way and you tell me to do certain things. So I know that you're not taking me to this season, removing me from one to put me somewhere. You're moving me to something better, and I have to be obedient. I have to listen. I have to go where you're telling me to go. And family, meanwhile, while I was asking God for this certain thing, I didn't even know that God was working it out even better. He was giving me more exactly than what it was I was praying for. And I kept questioning him. I kept asking him, like, how do you expect me to do this on my own? How do you expect me to go to these places on my own? The same way that I get on this channel and I help y'all with things and I talk to y'all about things and God show me things for y'all, sometimes I'll tell God, you want me to get on here and tell these people this message or give them this message when I don't even got to get together at that point, when I don't even know what I'm doing. So why are you choosing me to do this? And because he said it's you. It's you. God has a bigger purpose and a bigger plan. Don't ever underestimate the power of God, because it is so strong. Everything that he is doing in your life is happening for a reason. You're in this season that you're in for a reason. I don't care if it's struggle. I don't care if you're getting worried. I don't care if you're feeling down. I don't care what it is that you're going through. God put you in this season for a reason. God's literally gonna turn your pain into purpose. God is gonna move you in a way that, do you hear me, family, that you ain't never been moved before. He's gonna show you some things that you ain't never seen before. Don't underestimate him. He works in mysterious ways. And I swear, when I seen what God is doing through me and in my life, just by being obedient and just doing the things he's telling me to do, that's why I got on here and I'm like, let me tell them about God. I had tears coming to my eyes, and I'm like, I know this is going to be somebody's testimony too, and that somebody is going through the same exact thing, because God wouldn't put me on here to give you this message only because it's me going through it. God said never underestimate the power of God. Never underestimate it. I know that God is telling you to go to a certain place. God is telling you to do a certain thing, and God wants you to move. He wants you to run. You hear me? Run. When God is telling you to do something, don't question him. Run to it. Run. I'm telling you, family. If he's telling you, say, hey, I want you to move out this house and move to this place. You're like, God, I can't afford that. I can't do that, God. Like, that's out my league. And then you move to that place and your bills are always paid. Your finances are always taken care of. You don't want for nothing. When God is moving you to a place, just know he already have it planned out. And a lot of times we're thinking, okay, I got this car, I got this place, but God's trying to give you way better. You might be holding on to, and not saying that no car is better than anybody's car. You might be holding on to this Nissan, and God got this Mercedes or this Range Rover for you. And that's exactly how God's plans work. Sometimes we hold on to things thinking that that's what God has for us, but God has even better for us. You hear me? He does. And it's so amazing. Like I tell y'all all the time, I seen this picture one time. And this is something that I see it and I just smile, because a lot of times we hold on to things that's not meant for us. Or we hold on to the small things thinking that we can't get better, but we can get better. All you got to do is have faith. It's your faith is the reason why you ain't getting the things that you've been praying for. Your faith being so small and talking to God like, and I'm going to give you an example. So, say for example, you're holding on to something. God, you got this ball in your hand and you're just holding on tight. And you're like, God's like, let it go, my child, let it go. You hear me? He's like, let it go. I got so much better for you, but all I need you to let it go. And you're like, God, but if I drop this ball, everything falls apart. My whole life, everything is surrounded around me will slow down. It will not prosper. God, I'm telling you, like, I know what I'm doing, and you're not trusting God. You're putting your faith in man instead of in God. And as soon as you release this ball, God give you a ball that you can't even fit in your hands. Do you hear me? God gives you something that you can't even prosper in your mind and be like, oh my God. God is trying to give you bigger and better, but he needs you to have faith. He needs you to trust in him. You hear me? Never underestimate him, because while you're thinking you're doing something big, to him it's something small. You hear me? I swear God is a faithful God. God is a good God. He will never leave you nor forsake you. When God is telling you to do something, family, do it. You hear me? When he tell you to move to a certain place, move there. When he take you into a season where you feel like you're lonely and you have no one, go there. Because I promise you, when you get there and when he bring you through what it is that he's trying to bring you through, it's going to be better. You're going to have people rooting for you. You're going to have people on that journey just to be there with you. You hear me? I know that when God take you to a season of loneliness and separation, whatever it is that you're going through, it can get very lonely. It can get very trying. But just try it. You hear me? If you ain't never tried anything, I'm telling you, try what God is telling you to do. Do the things that God is calling you to do. Do the thing that God's chose you to do. Because as soon as you do exactly what it is, as soon as you accept your calling, as soon as you stop thinking that you can't do this and God don't love you that much, God loves you more than you can ever know. I don't care what it is that people told you. People said, you could never do this. You would never be this person. God don't love you like that. You're not God's child, because you know a lot of times God's children, they always try to make them seem like the very demonic people or people that's not of God. They call you names. They try to put you down. But look what Jesus went through. So you think you ain't going to go through some things? You are. God got you though, family. But what I'm saying is trust in him. Put your faith in him and keep going. Keep pushing. Know that God got you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. You hear me? Keep pushing. Keep going. But I love y'all, family. Stay positive. Stay blessed. I just wanted to get on here and give y'all this quick message of never underestimate the power of God, because he got you.